Went where? Okay, fine. Like, I really don't care about where you sit, honestly. I just want to make sure that you guys are all paying enough attention. Okay, that's all. Yeah. I just want two chairs for my little angels, Inaya and Ayak. That's all. And after that, I don't care wherever you guys sit. So the recording has started and everything. So we learned two phrases. Green with, yeah, when I bought that expensive car, my neighbors were green with, say it. When I bought a new car, a new expensive car, an expensive new car, okay, an expensive new car, my and relatives were, yeah, when I showed the photo of my beautiful girlfriend, my friends were green with, अच्छा आते के साथ पढ़ा है कितने लोग को कुछ पल्ले नहीं पड़ा क्या हो सकता है ऐसा हो सकता है बिल्कुल पहली वर्ड envy I told you envy means I have something you don't have that thing you feel envy understand envy is a feeling okay when you think you also want something that the other person has but you don't have it in Hindi we call it irsha jalan कहाँ कहाँ नहीं पता right okay jalan so envy green with all right some when I was young and there were other people who were learning English with me okay so when I spoke English and they couldn't match my skills they were green with envy so I was never a teacher by the way I told you now I was not a teacher I just enjoyed speaking English those guys tried to run institutes and all this but you see unless you make real contribution students are not going to stay with you some students will like you anyway whether you are the lousiest teachers also have some fans in the class in the school even the worst teachers have some students who like them for personal reasons not because of the teaching skills right I don't have any one-on-one relation with you guys here, right? But you guys respect me and admire me for my skills that I use here to contribute to your learning, right? To contribute means to help, to contribute, to contribute. योगदान देना in Hindi. क्या देना? हम दान वान नहीं देते, ठीक है? But I contribute, okay? Yeah, योगदान देना. All right. Any common word, guys, that you use instead of योगदान देना? Contribute. Suppose we are building a house, okay? I am going to buy a nice jhumka for my wife. And I say, guys, can you please contribute a little? So you know what I'm asking you to do? I'm asking you to give some money, okay? Contribute. Contribution. The money is your contribution. Listen, Chanda Kumari. Okay. So as I was saying, contribute. Mm. Suppose your neighbor is shifting his house, okay, relocating his house somewhere else, and you contribute. So you go and help, right? Yeah, contribute. The contribution of, you know, the freedom fighters like, yes, please come in, please come in. Like Bhagat Singh and Chandrasekhar Azad, all right? Their contribution, okay. Hey, that controversial topic, who contributed more, Gandhi ji or I have a very interesting perspective. A teacher was talking about it. A lot of countries become independent because of gun. All right. But many of those countries fail to protect their independence. They start fighting among themselves. So Gandhiji's contribution is no less. He taught us how to be patient. I think Gandhiji made an immense contribution. Today, people abuse him and all, but I think Gandhiji made a big contribution because if you notice, India has never had uh, an army coup, army coup, you understand? Army coup? When an army general, comes into power forcefully, that is called army coup, C-O-U-P, C-O-U, coup. Not coup, coup. P is silent. Okay. In India, we have never had a coup since independence. Never, zero time. But in Pakistan, multiple times. Their attitude was different from the very beginning. It was natural. Both the countries became independent. We were the same people, but their attitude was different. Look at the situation. Okay. In India, good or bad, but democracy is flourishing. Yes, please come in. Can we arrange something, a chair for her? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Afridi. So nice of you. Totally appreciate it. And I'm so hungry. My meal is here because I haven't had lunch and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going on and on. आप लोगों को कुछ समझ में आया है? कुछ पढ़ाया मैंने अब तक? क्या क्या पढ़ा दिया? बहुत कुछ। एक तो लैंग्वेज सिखाई इतनी देर तक बात करके इंग्लिश में, एंड इंडिविजुअल वर्ड्स एंड फ्रेजेस तो सीखे ही, जो सीखे तो ध्यान देते रहिएगा। और फिर बाद में जिनको ज्यादा मेहनत करना है, रिकॉर्डिंग अवेलेबल है भाई, दोबारा सुन लो घर पे, दोबारा सुन लो, इट विल बी अवेलेबल टू यू ऑन यूट्यूब। ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट। If my eye became a little more red, I will look like a Dracula. My face looks very much like a Dracula now with a red eye. Okay, what was the homework? I was teaching you how to read the dates. Dates. Too much salt. Too much salt. I don't like it. Everything is good except that salt. So which spelling surprised you yesterday, guys? Which spelling surprised you yesterday? मेरा क्वेश्चन रिपीट करो। यही यही जरूरी है। वो आंसर जरूरी नहीं है, ये जरूरी है सबका, कि तुम मेरे वर्ड को फॉलो कर पा रहे हो। अगर रिपीट कर दिए, यू आर सक्सेसफुल। So, the spelling of 12 surprised you because you were not expecting an F there. I can understand. Just a second. Um, when I'm not talking, you guys are free to talk. I don't want you to look at my face when I'm not teaching you, okay? You can be busy with each other, no problems. When I start talking, that's when I want your attention. You guys do the wrong thing. When I'm not teaching, you're waiting. Sir will say something. And when I start talking, you're busy talking to each other. Come on, you guys carry on. When I start talking, then say, okay, now need to pause this conversation. So yesterday I asked you to tell me your date of birth. What is my date of birth? The second of July. What's yours? The 2nd of December means 2 days, in 2 days' time. His birthday is coming in 2 days' time. Okay, the 2nd of December. Another way, we can say December the 2nd. December the 2nd. All right. Yes, Sachit. When is your date of birth? When's your birthday? The 15th of November. You celebrated it this month, a few days ago, right? The 15th of November. So, do you celebrate your birthday? Your family members, do they ask you to cut a cake? Do they give you a gift? Is there a small party? Nah, no celebration. So, you didn't get a gift. Oh, that's sad. Okay. I mean, for children, it matters so much. My mom is very happy on my birthday. Not only on my birthday, my brother's birthday too. If nothing, she will come with 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees, and she'll give it to me. Buy something nice. Or sometimes she will go and buy me a t-shirt or trousers for my birthday. Yeah, I don't care, but my mom is very happy for that. Naturally, makes sense. Parents are more happy. Okay, now, where were we? So take a look at the blue box. Oh, just a box, okay? Yeah, I know. That's why I said just a box in your book. We write 3/4/1999 or 3 April 1999. But we say the 3rd of April 1999 or April the 3rd, 1999. Number 2, notice how we say these years. The first year is 1900. Okay. Next, 1905. Not 1905. No, 1905. Next, 2001. 2012 or 2012 is where is, oh, he told me that he would be absent, Inzamam, the new Inzamam. Yeah, he told me he would be absent for 4 days, actually, I think. He told me, yeah. Or maybe he would come back on Monday. I don't know. He told me he would be absent. Okay, and you, Arslan, you were absent yesterday because it was Friday. Huh? But your friends were here. Why were you absent? Class is not off on Friday, okay? So next Friday, try to be here, okay? अभी मेरी बातचीत समझ में आई आपको? मैंने जो कहा, क्या कहा मैंने? आप हिंदी में बताएं मुझे। बहुत अच्छा। और क्या कहा मैंने? अगले फ्राइडे को? हाँ, बिल्कुल, वेरी गुड। तो थोड़ा भूल भी जाते नर्वस होकर के। वो समझ गए थे, बस याद नहीं रहा कि ये भी बोला था सर ने। ओके, so let's practice saying the dates. Exercise 4, everyone. Read the first date. The 1st of April. The 1st of, or another option, April the 1st. Next, the 2nd of March. Is this the important or not? Very important. If you leave it out in exams, it can be considered a mistake. So the 2nd of March. Another option, March the 2nd. March the 2nd. Next, the 17th of September. September the 17th. September the 17th. Last one. The 9th of November. November, the 9th. Okay, there are two ways. One, the 9th of November. November, the 9th. Is it rocket science? Simple. You have to just learn and repeat. Pattern, follow. Let's read the dates on the right side. The 29th of February 1976. February the 29th, 1976. Next, the 9th of December 1983. December the 9th, 1983. Next, the 3rd of October 1999. October the 3rd, 1999. Next, the 31st of May 2005. May the 31st. May the 31st, 2005. Last. 2015. July the 15th, 2015 or 2015. So what is the current year? This year, the year we are in? 2024 or 2024. 2024. Okay, good. So I'm going to play the audio so that you guys get some practice, okay? Extra practice. Those who were struggling a little bit, they can pay attention to the audio closely and practice how these dates are said. 6.15.
Tape script 6.15. What's the date?
The 1st of April. April the 1st.
The 2nd of March. March the 2nd.
The 17th of September. September the 17th.
The 9th of November. November the 9th.
The 29th of February, 1976.
December the 19th, 1983.
The 3rd of October, 1999.
May the 31st, 2005.
July the 15th, 2015.
Done?
Tape script 6.15.
Ready for another?
What's the date?
Another exercise. This time you won't read, you will write. You will listen to the date and you will write them down. Which style? Don't write in this style, number style. It will be difficult. If you heard, suppose in the audio you hear the 25th of August, then write 25 AUG. No need to write August is the 8th month, 9th. Don't think about it. Just write AUG. I'm making it easier for you. Suppose you hear the 17th of September, then just write 17 SEP. No need to think which month is September 8th, 9th. Don't do that. It will take extra time and it will confuse you. So just write SEP for September. No need to write the number for the month. Write the number only for the date. Are you ready? Fine, I'm playing 6.16 for you.
Tape script 6.16. 1.
October the 31st.
2.
The 23rd of June.
3.
July the 15th.
4.
March the 4th, 2012.
5.
The 18th of February, 2020.
6.
The 17th of September, 1960.
You're not writing, children. Write down. Write down the dates. Oh, you guys didn't get my gift on the Children's Day, right? They were absent, both of them. How many people didn't get my gift? Okay, I think I still have them. Okay, I'm going to bring some for you. All right. So one more time.
Tape script 6.16. 1.
October the 31st.
October the easy.
2.
The 23rd of June.
The 23rd of, okay.
3.
July the 15th.
July the 15th.
4.
March the 4th,
March the 4th,
2012.
2012.
5.
The 18th of February, 2020.
The 18th of February, 2020.
6.
The 17th of September, 1960.
The 17th of September, 1960. 60. Done. Let's read them one more time. Number 1, read. Number 1. Okay. Number 2. Please speak confidently. Don't worry. If you are wrong, I can help you. If you're not sure, I can help you. Number 3. July the 15th. Next, number 4. March the 4th, 2012. 5. Last. Okay. Practice make everything easy. Practice makes everything easy. Number 6. What's the date today? The 30th of November. The 30th of November. When did this school course start? The first of July. The 1st of July. Okay. July the 1st. When is Christmas Day? The 25th of December. When is Valentine's Day? Did you notice who was the first to answer? Okay. When is a birthday? You have already answered. What are the dates of public holidays in your country? Public holidays. The 26th of January, the 15th of August, and the 2nd of October. Right. These are some public holidays, fixed public holidays according to the English calendar. There are a lot of other public holidays, but they are not fixed according to the English calendar. They are fixed either by the Hindi calendar or the Urdu calendar, right? Yeah, there are days, holidays, public holidays on Holi, Dashera, Eid, Diwali, right? Muharram. But these are not fixed in India, and that's why we can't really say the date. What century is it now? It is the 20. And your mindset? Shakespeare wrote a story called Macbeth. Okay. He wrote a beautiful story, Macbeth. In that story, there are 3 witches. Chudaile. Okay. And when Macbeth, a great fighter, who has a lot of respect, when he's coming back from a war as a victorious fighter, okay, after winning the war, he's coming back. The three witches say, "Ye ek din raja banega." All right. And he is with his friend, Banco. The witches say, "Is Banco ka beta raja banega." All right. Fine. So when we talk about the story today, everybody knows there are no witches who know about the future. नहीं तो सारे प्रधानमंत्री लोग जो उनको बुला के बैठा लेते कि भाई बता दे कल क्या होगा, right? But there are no witches. Witches exist नहीं करती, except for in those villages where people are uneducated. वहां भी witches आती हैं, वहां भी हैं witches, uneducated villages में. But you don't find witches in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Bihar Sharif, right guys? हाँ, उनको ना किताब कॉपी से अच्छा नहीं लगता, पढ़े लिखे लोग पसंद नहीं witches को. They only like being with uneducated, illiterate people. तो बेटा आज भी जब स्टोरी पढ़ाते हैं शेक्सपियर की, तो हम बताते हैं वो विचेस जो है वो विचेस नहीं है, वो इंसान की फितरत है, दिमाग का फतूर है. Macbeth had this thought in his head. Am I going to be just a soldier? Because people have ambitions. So the soldier wanted to be a king. He had that ambition. उस ambition को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही वो विचेस आकर के बता रही कि विचेस बोल रही हैं. हम ये कह सकते हैं टुडे बिकॉज वी नो विचेस आर नॉट रियल. बैक देन लोगों ने क्या कहा, विचेस ने ये बात डाली उसके दिमाग में, क्योंकि उनके लिए विचेस रियल थी. तो बहुत सी ऐसी बातें होंगी विच यू गाइज बिलीव, जो लिटरली उस समय लोग मानते थे दोस्तों. आज उसको हम लोग मरहम पट्टी करके कहते हैं ये सब क्या है, मेटाफोरिक है. जैसे ये जो विचेस हैं मेटाफोरिक विचेस हैं, लेकिन आज मेटाफोरिक बनी बिकॉज द वर्ल्ड नोस देयर आर नो विचेस. लेकिन जिसने लिखा था उसने तो विचेस ही लिखा था दोस्तों, उसने इंसानी फितरत के बारे में बात नहीं करी थी वहां पे. यस ही एक्सेप्टेड, लेकिन उसने विचेस माना बिकॉज दोज डेज पीपल बिलीव देयर वर विचेस. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द 17th century, 400 years ago. 400 years ago people actually believed there were witches. चुड़ैलें होती थी. Women were tortured and targeted, accused after being accused of being a witch. कहीं भी किसी को भी ऐसे कर सकते थे कि हाँ देखो ये एक चुड़ैल है, and people would attack her. ऐसा होता था. That was not a strange thing everywhere. तो पॉइंट ये है, when I said it is the 21st century your mindset is, तो इसीलिए मैंने पूछा था कि आपको ये समझ में आता है कि आज हम कह सकते हैं वो मेटाफोरिक विचेस है, लेकिन उसने थोड़ी मेटाफोरिक बोला था, उसने तो सच के विचेस लिखी थी. And in the plays, 3 women used to come and say, "Ha, this guy is going to be the king one day." Okay. चलो, anyways, तो समझना है क्या मेटाफोरिक था, कब हुआ मेटाफोरिक और कब रियल था वो. Okay. Fine. Let's move on. What were some important dates in the last century? What were some important dates in the last century? Important dates in the last century. The 15th of August 1947, a very important date. The English went back. They gave us the control of the country, right? So 1947, the 15th of August. And the 26th of, first it was the 26th of June, I think, 1949. Is 26th of June an important date? I think 26th of November it was. Thank you for correcting me. The 26th of November it was. Okay. We still celebrate it as Samvidhan Divas, right? Constitution Day. The 26th of November 1949, when our constitution was ready and it was put in place, it was taken, it was implemented on the 26th of January 1950. Okay. All right. So we have finished this. Go to the practice book, everybody. Which pages will be your homework for tomorrow, for Monday? Open your practice book. I want to just give you the homework for Monday. Page number 40. Page number 40 is going to be your homework. Now, now we are ready to start Unit 7. Okay, तिकड़ी दुकड़ी याद है? तिकड़ी दुकड़ी, तिकड़ी प्रेजेंट सिंपल में ऐसे तो हर एक चलो ऐसे देखते हैं. I go towards, you go towards, they go towards, he goes towards. Okay, but when we ask a question, then they can't remain 2 words. You have to make them 3 words. Do you go? Does he go? And we do the same thing in the past. In the past, we say, I went, you went, he went, they went. And when we ask a question, we use 3 words. Did you not went anymore? Did you go? Did they go? Did he go? So that's the fundamental thing, right? You understand that basic idea? Now we are going to learn something more. Are we ready for that? So let's go to Unit 7, dates to remember. Dates to, yeah, there are some dates that we should remember because people they ask these dates in exams, GK question. Okay, when did this happen? When did that happen? Right? When was Ali Afia born? They will ask in the exam, right? When did Afia join STC? They will ask in the exam, right? Yeah. Afia, 1964. Okay. She doesn't seem that old. Yeah, 64. I think 74 maybe. All right, let's see. Work in groups. No, work with me. Do the history quiz. We don't care about the quiz. We are not in a GK class. We are in a language class. So our focus is going to be only on the language. Okay. Number 1, look at the question. When did Henry Ford sell the first Model T motor car? Can you see the tikadi? Can you see the tikadi there? If you see the tikadi, beta, now we are in the main book. We are in the main book. Okay, everyone. When did Henry Ford sell the first Model T motor car? I really don't care whether you say in 1903, in 1908, or in 1910. I don't care. I care about your sentence. So can you please give me the sentence? The first word will be Henry Ford. Second word, sold. Tikdi se dukdi, right? When did Henry Ford sell? तो सवाल ऐसा है, did Henry Ford sell? वापस आ गए हम लोग. Henry Ford sold the first Model T motor car. क्वेश्चन और आंसर में एक रिलेशन है, वही फिगर आउट करना है. तो When did Henry Ford sell? V1 है ना, सेल. उसके पहले सब्जेक्ट हेनरी फोर्ड, उसके पहले डिड तिकड़ी दिखाई. अब तिकड़ी को दुकड़ी बनाएंगे आंसर में. हेनरी फोर्ड sold the first Model T motor car. What's your guess? What's your guess? In 1910. Okay. All right. You, Rani, what's your guess? Blind guess, because of course you don't know, right? What's your blind guess? A blind guess is no, just guessing, okay? No reasoning behind it. A blind guess. 1908. Other people, what's your blind guess? 1903. In 1903. Okay, fine. And what if your blind guess is right? Are you gonna pat your back? Oh, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Are you gonna do that? ये देखो देखो, blind guess में भी वो पाएगा, इसीलिए उसने पहले ही चैट जीपीटी से पूछ लिया. Okay, so guys, don't do that. Enjoy the whole thing. Okay, the process. Yeah. We don't care. Like I said, it's just a blind guess. I know nobody knew here. Nobody knew. Even I didn't know. Okay. Next. Number 2. When was the first talking movie, The Jazz Singer? Okay. अभी तिकड़ी नहीं दिखेगी, पता है ना, क्योंकि इसमें डिड है नहीं, बी वर्ब है, was. बी वर्ब की कहानी अलग है. क्या है भाई? कहां से शुरू करेंगे आंसर? The first talking movie, The Jazz Singer, was. ऐसा क्यों करे? क्योंकि बी वर्ब सब्जेक्ट के बाद चला जाता है. यहां सब्जेक्ट है क्या? The first talking movie, The Jazz Singer. The name of the first talking movie was Jazz Singer. Okay, so we are saying the first talking movie, The Jazz Singer, was 1927. Yes, again, ChatGPT Jindabad, Google Jindabad. Okay, the first talking movie, The Jazz Singer, was in 1927. Before 1927, films didn't have sounds in them. There were no dialogues. And which was the first Indian talking film? Alamara. It was Alamara. Okay. And which was the first Indian color film? Mughal-e-Azam. 50% in English, in color, 50% black and white. Yeah, color was introduced in that movie. Before Mughal-e-Azam, all the films were. Okay, nowadays you often hear, अरे वो फिल्म जो हिस्ट्री को ऐसे बदल के दिखा रही है, ऐसे बदल के दिखा रही है, सुना है ना फिल्मों पे एक्यूजेशन कि गलत दिखा रहे हैं, गलत दिखा रहे हैं, समाज में नफरत फैला रहे हैं. You have heard that? Did they say this about Mughal-e-Azam? Mughal-e-Azam में बताया था उन्होंने ये बात कि गलत दिखा रहे हैं? नहीं. Look, Mughal-e-Azam, Anarkali. Have you seen that Z show? There is a show on Z about Mughal. Akbar, Anarkali had illicit relationship. Anarkali was his concubine. Akbar's concubine. And Jahangir was in a relationship with his father's concubine. And here comes the most shocking piece of information, which is the truth. Akbar forgave his son But Mansing's son was punished for that crime. Death punishment. Mansing's son was punished with death punishment for the same thing. For a king, it is a big thing. If you touch his woman, you're challenging his authority. In the old days, if you had any intentions with a woman, even if she was his concubine, not a married woman, you were challenging his authority. If you respect the king, you don't touch or even look at the woman he is, with. Whether he's married or not, doesn't matter. तो किसने बताया कि वो काहे नहीं दिखा रहे थे? उसमें तो दिखाया अकबर को बहुत बुरा, right? And they did not accept कि अनारकली का उससे कोई लेना देना था. Why didn't they show that? Why did they try to show it as प्यार किया तो डरना? It was not प्यार. वो क्यों वैसे क्यों दिखाया भाई उसको? कभी पूछा किसने? लेकिन मूवी वाज मस्त. Yeah, absolutely. But look, एक तो पहले पर्सनली आई फील कि जितने भी ये सब लोग दिखाने वाले ना उनको दिखा. द प्रॉब्लम इज विद इंडियन पीपल. If a place is educated, if the people are educated, it doesn't matter what somebody shows, what somebody writes, if you have information. The problem is people are uneducated here. So when you show something, it kind of brainwashes them. They don't really know the truth. A lot of people don't know the truth of our own country, the history of our own country. Some of us are not interested, and some of us are going to be uncomfortable knowing the truth. The history of our own country. Many people are going to be uncomfortable with that truth. That's why, these things happen. Otherwise, in a civilized society, people who want to show artistic, freedom, they should be allowed all the freedom. Otherwise, imagine, वो खजुराहो कभी बन पाता अगर किसी ने इस तरह से सोचा होता तो. ऐसा तो नहीं कि अंदर छुपा के बनाया. खजुराहो के आउटसाइड द वॉल, टेम्पल के आउटसाइड वॉल पे ना वो सारी चीजें बनी है, कार्विंग्स. ओके, वो तो गुफाओं के अंदर छुपा के नहीं बनाया. तो इट मींस आर्टिस्ट शुड बी अलाउड फ्रीडम, टू एक्सप्रेस व्हाट दे फील. और ये सब समझ उस सोसाइटी में नहीं आ सकती जहां लोग अभी भी 17th और 18th सेंचुरी के माइंडसेट रखते हैं. दे विल नॉट अप्रिशिएट इट. तुमने हमारे देवी दुर्गा के बारे में ऐसे कैसे लिख दिया, बोल दिया, लिख दिखा दिया टाइप एटीट्यूड. हमारे रिस्पेक्टेड के कैरेक्टर के बारे में कैसे कुछ बोल दिया, ऐसे कर दिया. ये वाले हमारा एटीट्यूड रहेगा. ठीक है. तो इन दैट सोसाइटी एक्सप्रेशन, फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन नहीं चलेगा. बता रहा हूं आपको. अच्छा, देयर वाज अ मूवी अबाउट ए पर्सन, राजा राम मौली. नहीं यार, ये तो चला, ये सॉरी, ये तो डायरेक्टर है ना, फिल्म डायरेक्टर, राइट? ये राम मौली, राजा मौली. I'm mixing up the name of a guy. You see a lot of calendars today. वो सब कैलेंडर्स दिखते हैं तुम्हें? सरस्वती माँ, देवी माँ, दुर्गा माँ. कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ ये सब, पता है तुम्हें? Does anybody know? There was a story, there was a movie on this. कि किस आदमी ने ये शुरू करा. He was a king actually, and he was very artistic. He was very interested in art. And, he had women, and he asked those women to, and नीची जाति की women को उसने बनाया, वो देवी दुर्गा, उनके तस्वीरें बनाई थी. तो इट्स ऑल वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. जानना चाहिए. जितना जानेंगे उतना दूसरों के प्रोपेगेंडा से बचेंगे. नहीं तो कोई कुछ बोलेगा, आपका खून खोलने लगेगा. अगर आपके पास नॉलेज नहीं है तो यू आर प्यादा, द पॉन इन अदर पीपल्स बैटल्स. अगर आपके पास नॉलेज है, देन यू आर द किंग. You don't fight other people's battles. You fight your own battle. You fight your own battle. If you fight other people's battles, it means you are just a pawn. P-A-W-N, pyada, pawn. Yeah. Okay, coming back to this. When was the first talking movie? The Jazz Singer. The first talking movie, The Jazz Singer, was number 3. When did Einstein publish his theory of relativity? Einstein published, सब दुकड़ी बनी ना, दुकड़ी बनी. Einstein published. Einstein published his theory of relativity. ठीक है, तो दुकड़ी से तिकड़ी, तिकड़ी से दुकड़ी करना आ रहा है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्वेश्चन आंसर, आंसर क्वेश्चन. बिकॉज क्वेश्चन सेंटेंसेस इन इंग्लिश, खास के ये सिंपल टेंस वाले क्वेश्चन बहुत लोगों को फंसाते हैं. बाकी में तो सारे वर्ड्स दिए रहते हैं, इसमें लाना पड़ता है. जैसे बोलो आइंस्टाइन पब्लिश्ड हिज थ्योरी ऑफ रिलेटिविटी, इतना खाली तुमने बोला, आइंस्टाइन पब्लिश्ड हिज थ्योरी ऑफ रिलेटिविटी. तो किसने पूछा कब, तो कैसे पूछेगा व्हेन डिड ही डू इट. अब ये डिड कहां से है भाई, तो ये सोचने वाली बात है. दुकड़ी से तिकड़ी होता है और वो डिड अपीयर हो जाता है. When did he do it? When did he publish it? When did he publish it? Publish his theory of relativity. So he published it about 100 years ago. All right. I don't know the answers, by the way. Okay. I don't know. Number 4. Number 4. When was the Russian Revolution? When was the Russian Revolution? The Russian Revolution, जैसे ही was वाला है तो was पीछे चला जाएगा, जगह पलटता है was. The Russian Revolution was, got it? Got it? Okay, number 5. When was the first non-stop flight around the world? Be verb की कहानी अलग होती है ना, चलो बताओ. The first non-stop flight around the world was about, I don't know. Okay. How many people, this question is third type, जो दो बी वर्ब और डिड के साथ किया ना, उससे भी एकदम हटके है. देखो, how many people died, ना बी वर्ब है ना डिड है, तिकड़ी भी नहीं है, तिकड़ी भी नहीं है, क्वेश्चन है लेकिन तिकड़ी नहीं है दोस्तों. And I will explain very well, don't worry. How many people died? हिंदी, कितने लोग मरे, कितने लोग मरे. अब बोलो कितने लोग आए. Well done, well done. How many people? कितने लोगों ने अटेंड किया. राइट. कितने लोग खाए. अब गौर करो, ये सारे सेंटेंस में हाउ मेनी पीपल क्वेश्चन वर्ड तो है, सब्जेक्ट भी है. खाया तो कौन खाया, हाउ मेनी पीपल, इसलिए डिड की जगह बन ही नहीं पाई. डिड आता है क्वेश्चन वर्ड और सब्जेक्ट के बीच में. गौर करना, डिड कहां आता है, वेयर डिड यू गो, तो वेयर और यू है ना, सब्जेक्ट है यू, गो है वर्ब, और डिड कहां आया, सब्जेक्ट के पहले, और उसके पहले है क्वेश्चन वर्ड. यहां क्वेश्चन वर्ड ही सब्जेक्ट. कौन खाया, कौन आया, नहीं कौन आया, हम नहीं, कौन आया. हाँ, ओके. तो आया, कोई आया, कौन आया, कौन, हु केम. तो डिड जाए कहां. कुछ लोग फिर भी जबरदस्ती हु डिड कम करते हैं. वो भूल जाते हैं डिड के बाद सब्जेक्ट भर नहीं चाहिए, डिड के बाद सब्जेक्ट चाहिए था. तिकड़ी में डिड के बाद क्या चाहिए था, तो हु डिड कम कैसा क्वेश्चन हुए भाई. तो कोई गौर करना, ना टीचर ने कभी सिखाया कि गौर करो, वो खाली बताते हैं याद करो, ये ऐसे है भाई याद कर लो, ये ऐसे है भाई याद कर लो. लोग लिख के, जिनका दिमाग तेज रहता है, याद करके चले जाते हैं कि हाँ हो गया मेरा. समझ इसलिए नहीं बनती बिकॉज आप कभी गौर नहीं करते. आप मुझे बताओ, जितने क्वेश्चन पूछे तिकड़ी बनाई ना डिड के बाद, तो डिड कम कैसे क्वेश्चन में, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. हु डिड कम इज इम्पॉसिबल. तो क्या होना था, ओके. किसने देखा तुम्हें, हु सॉ यू. किसने देखा भूत को, पुलिस आई. इस लाश को सबसे पहले किसने देखा, हु सॉ द डेड बॉडी फर्स्ट. हु फर्स्ट सॉ द डेड बॉडी, हु फर्स्ट सॉ द डेड बॉडी. जवाब दिया असीम ने देखा था. असीम सॉ, असीम फर्स्ट सॉ द डेड बॉडी। असीम देखो सब्जेक्ट की जगह पे है ना, क्योंकि वो हु क्वेश्चन ही था, क्वेश्चन वर्ड और सब्जेक्ट। ठीक है, फिर पुलिस को किसने बुलाया? हु कॉल्ड द, हु कॉल्ड द, इजी है। हु, अब एक सवाल होता है, पुलिस ने किसको बुलाया? पुलिस ने, पुलिस ने किसको बुलाया? पुलिस बुलाया, तो पुलिस सब्जेक्ट है, कॉल उसके बाद होगा, पुलिस के बाद, तो पुलिस के पहले डिड होना चाहिए, तिकड़ी तभी होगी। आप बोल दो, हाँ सही जा रहे हो, सही जा रहे हो, सही आफरीदी। हु डिड द पुलिस कॉल? हु डिड द पुलिस कॉल? हु डिड द पुलिस कॉल? पुलिस ने किसको बुलाया? हु डिड द पुलिस कॉल? भूत ने किसे देखा? हु डिड द गोस्ट, पहले सब्जेक्ट वर्ब पे कभी कंफ्यूज ना करना। गोस्ट ने देखा, तो देखना का इंग्लिश सी होगा, तो सी के पहले ही गोस्ट होगा। यही है इंग्लिश का सबसे बड़ा रूल, कि वर्ब जो होता है उसके पहले उसको करने वाला, देखने का काम किसने किया? गोस्ट ने। तो गोस्ट ने किसको देखा, भूत ने किसको देखा, इसमें दो वर्ड साथ में रहेंगे, गोस्ट और सी। अब जैसे ये क्लियर हुआ तो तिकड़ी बनाने के लिए आ गया तुम्हारे पास डिड, गोस्ट के पहले, क्वेश्चन वर्ड उसके पहले रख लो। तो शुरू से पता बनाने की जगह बीच से लेके आ रहे हैं हम लोग अपने दिमाग में, क्योंकि शुरू से चलेंगे क्लैरिटी नहीं आएगी, बीच से चलो। ठीक है, भूत ने किसको पकड़ लिया? किसको पकड़ा भूत ने? देखो हु कैच बोल रहे हैं हम, क्योंकि आप शुरू से चल रहे हैं, आप ये नहीं समझ रहे हैं कि भूत ने पकड़ा, तो कैच के पहले भूत चाहिए। पहले पहले ही एक भूत को गोली मारो ना, पहले खाली बोलो ना गोस्ट कैच, और क्वेश्चन बनाना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? गोस्ट और कैच है, दो मिला तो तिकड़ी कैसे बनेगा? टीड लगा करके, और उसके पहले चाहिए क्वेश्चन वर्ड। यहां से चलेंगे तब, आप शुरू से कभी नहीं जा सकते, आपका दिमाग वैसा नहीं है अभी फिलहाल। हाँ 10-5 दिन के बाद ये कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा, पहले ये प्रैक्टिस करिए। क्या था? द गोस्ट कैच, हु डिड द गोस्ट कैच? ओके, पजेस। हाँ ऑलराइट, चलें आगे देखते हैं। किसने खाई, कौन खाया मेरा चॉकलेट? कौन खाया? सही है साजिद, है ना, आसान है। कौन खाया मेरा चॉकलेट? ठीक है। कौन देखा तुमको? तुमने किसको देखा? तुमने किसको देखा? हु डिड यू सी? है ना आसान? ये जितना लग रहा है अभी आसान, और जितना हो गया है, अगर किसी के लिए आसान हुआ है तो आप अपनी पीठ थपथपा सकते हैं, यू कैन पैट योर बैक, वेल डन। क्यों? क्योंकि कई लड़के कितना भी इंग्लिश पढ़ लेते हैं, ये दोनों सेंटेंस में उलझते रहते हैं, और उसकी वजह है क्योंकि हिंदी में शब्द एकदम कंफ्यूजिंग है, इनको इंग्लिश में क्लैरिटी चाहिए, कौन सा वर्ड क्यों कहाँ रहना चाहिए। तो सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब, यानी अगर कोई वर्ब है तो उसको करने वाला सब्जेक्ट होता है और वो पहले होता है। कौन मारा रे तुमको? बीट मतलब मारना होता है, बोल लीजिए। हु बीट यू, वी टू बीट का बीट ही रहता है, चेंज नहीं होता। हु बीट यू, तुमको मारा, तुमने नहीं मारा। अच्छा, यू बीट से हो जाता है तुमने मारा, बीट यू में तुमको मारा, यही इंग्लिश का सबसे बड़ा खेल है। यू बीट से क्या मीनिंग निकलता है? मारने का काम तुम कर रहे हो, तुम मारे। अब बीट यू में तुमको मारा किसने? ठीक है, हु बीट यू, किसने मारा तुम्हें? तुमने किसको मारा? हु डिड यू बीट? डिड यू बीट, ये दिमाग में आना चाहिए, डिड यू बीट। अब थोड़ा सा आगे से भी चल सकते हैं, अगर थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस हो गया तो आगे से आराम से भी जा सकते हैं। हु डिड यू बीट? यू बीट, तुमने मारा। एनी प्रॉब्लम्स? हाउ मेनी पीपल डाइड इन द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर? इसकी थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस चाहिए हमें। ये वाला जो जोड़ी बन रहा है ना, कि तुमने किसको देखा, और तुमको किसने देखा? तुमने किसको किस किया? तुमको किसने किस किया? ठीक है। हाँ, तुमने किसको मारा? तुमको किसने मारा? ये पेयर बना के लाएंगे हम, हिंदी भी और इंग्लिश भी, ताकि हिंदी के बगल में इंग्लिश लिखी होगी, मेरा दिमाग काम करेगा कि आप सही समझ रहे हैं। ऐसे हो सकता है दोनों सेंटेंस लिख दें आप, लेकिन आपको पता ना चले किसकी हिंदी क्या हो रही है, तो इसलिए हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश पेयर बना के लाएंगे। ठीक है, कर लेंगे। ओके, एनी प्रॉब्लम्स एनीवन? कितने लोग आए थे तुम्हारी शादी में? चलो आप मेरे से पूछो, सर कितने लोग आए थे आपकी शादी में? हाउ मेनी पीपल केम टू योर वेडिंग? टू योर वेडिंग, इन योर वेडिंग मत बोलना, क्योंकि गो कम के बाद आपको पता है टू बोलना होता है। हाउ मेनी पीपल टू वेडिंग, वेडिंग कोई जगह पे हो रही होती ना, केम टू योर वेडिंग, हाउ मेनी पीपल केम टू योर? ओके, आई थिंक अबाउट 15 or 20, अबाउट 15 or 20, आई थिंक 20, 20 या 20। अब पूछो रिसेप्शन पार्टी में, पूछो रिसेप्शन पार्टी केम टू योर 2000? No, I'm not. Why do you think I'm lying? Which part? First part or the second part? 2000 people. Oh, no, not at all. There are lots of people who will tell you that I was also there, I was also there, because there were so many students of mine. So they attended the reception, other than relatives and people that I knew. Because the wedding was very quick, The wedding was very quick. I didn't give them time to think of, change their mind. Once the father said, my wife's father said yes, I said, Abhi karao. Yeah? What? What? तू मार खाएगा बेटा, तू राइना मत बन यहाँ पे तू, ठीक है? Okay. So, by the way, coincidentally, it was the 10th of December. But the thing was that my wedding was like, love marriage, arranged. So when both my mom and her father said yes, I thought, abhi kar lete, otherwise they might change their mind. So they said this. We have said yes, so why so much hurry? Why such a hurry? I said, no, just today. So in the morning at 9:30, they said yes. And in the evening at 1:30, 1 o'clock, I was married. Okay. Not in the afternoon, at night. Okay. Yeah. 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was married. Yeah. And the reception party was later, I think. The reception party was, I think, 20 days later, on the 31st of December. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the date of my reception party, because that was not an important thing for me. Yeah. Okay, fine. 7. Now, number 7. When did the Berlin Wall come down? When did the Berlin Wall come down? When did the Berlin Wall come down? The Berlin Wall came down. The Berlin Wall came down in 19. By the way, the answer is 89. This one I knew. Okay. When did I think about it? What do you mean think? You mean to say, when did you decide that you wanted to marry her? Is that what you are asking? Then? Hito, when did you decide that you should get married? When did you decide that you should get married? I don't know. I remember that when I was young, my mind was a little different from now. People keep growing, people keep changing. And I'm glad that I am changing, and I would like to be a different person when I'm 55, 10 years from now. I would like to be, if I live long enough to be 65, I would definitely want myself to grow even more. So I think, I was ready to get married because I had the right person with me. So I thought I wanted to be with her, yeah. So it was mainly because I met her. Otherwise, I would have stayed single for a little longer as well. But because I met her and I thought she was the right person, so I decided to get married. My wife. Hmm. When did the Berlin Wall come down? Did the Berlin Wall दिखा तिकड़ी सब्जेक्ट है बर्लिन वॉल द बर्लिन वॉल came down in 1989 8 on what date in 1969 did man first land on the moon? I didn't want to marry a girl whose mother was teaching her हस्बैंड का एक्स्ट्रा ख्याल रखना तब ना तुमको पैसा लाके देगा पैर दबा देना रात में ना 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 वो सिखाए तो अच्छी बात है बट अ लॉट ऑफ मदर्स आर टीचिंग हस्बैंड को कैसे पकड़ के में रखना है दे आर नॉट टीचिंग कि फैमिली को कैसे पकड़ के रखना है इट इज सच अ सैड स्टोरी द सेम मदर्स कंप्लेन अबाउट देयर डॉटर इन लॉज कि आई है बेटा को अलग करिए तुम वही सिखा रही होती अपनी बेटियों को such a hypocrite world and I was so annoyed with those women मैंने खुद अपने relatives में भी देखा लोगों को ऐसी बातें करते हुए indirectly थोड़ा सा हल्का सा language mild करके but actually you are teaching the same thing to your daughter कि कैसे husband को control करना है मैंने कहा ऐसे ट्रेनिंग लेके आए हुए से हम कैसे बचेंगे obviously I didn't want to go for an arranged marriage तुम लोग भी देख लेना अपना किसी को ट्रेनिंग मिल रही है तुमको कैसे पकड़ के रखना है इसके लिए ठीक है और जैसे ही वो आई ना तो तुम और तुम्हारे परिवार ऐसे हो जाओगे दो साइड बिकॉज उसने तो तुम्हें पकड़ना है बाकी को तो नहीं तो दैट्स व्हाई गर्ल्स आर यू गेटिंग द ट्रेनिंग आप लोगों को ट्रेनिंग मिल रही है नहीं मिल रही है ठीक है तो फिर ये सब ठीक है फिर हाँ ट्रेनिंग वाली लड़कियां बड़ी बुरी होती हैं अरे यार पूरा चेस गेम चल रहा होता है प्यार से बात करना अरे आप आपकी माँ बस बेटा आने तो दो हाथ में काबू उसके बाद बताएंगे क्या यार इतना अपने रिश्तों में इतना पॉलिटिक्स इट शुड बी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड बट ना इट्स अ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड टॉपिक यार कोई नहीं संभाल पाया आज तक राइट सारे दुनिया में जितने इतने परिवार कैसे बटे हैं क्योंकि सब लोग अलग अलग रहना चाहते हैं And look, there is nothing wrong with having the desire to live separately, feel. Maybe when you live in a joint family, you can't express your individuality so much. So it's okay to have a desire to live away from your family. But there shouldn't be any negativity for your family when you're living away. You should still have the same love and affection for them. This is why I do not criticize the Western culture the way some people here criticize. I look at the picture neutrally. They have some good things. Look, you're living with your mommy, papa, and brother and sister, but you're very unhappy about it. You blame them for all your problems. What's the point of living together? It's better to live separately and have love. Love should survive. Whether you live together or live separately doesn't matter. Love should survive. The affection should survive. But in many families, they might be together, but there's no affection or love, They just use each other to accuse for all the problems, all the, tensions they have in their lives. They just blame the other person. A blames B, B blames A, and that's how it goes on, What's the point of living together? Anyways, tum log figure out kar loge. Everybody does. When did the Berlin Wall come down? It came down in 1989. Number 8. On what date in 1969 did man first land on the moon? On what date in 1969 did man first land on the moon? देख लो तिकड़ी दिखी कहाँ है तिकड़ी did और उसके बाद man फिर तिकड़ी का तीसरा हिस्सा लैंड वो वर्ब है वहां पर उसका जमीन मत कर देना उसका मतलब ठीक है यही फर्क पड़ता है अगर जगह बदल जाए ना वर्ड की मीनिंग बदलती है वो देखना डिड मैन लैंड तो उतरना है ना? ओके, चलो. Man first landed on the moon on the 20th of July. Okay. All right. Man first landed on the moon on the 20th of July, 1969. Question पढ़ना. On what date in 1969? Question word बड़ा है. On what date in 1969 did man first land on the moon? 9. How many number one hits did the Beatles have in the UK? Can you see the tikdi? तो दुकड़ी बना दो ना. The Beatles had, नहीं, had के बाद अब क्या था? Had क्या? 12 number one hits, 17 number one hits, 27 number one hits in the UK. पहले समझना होगा ना. ठीक है? What did they have? They had number one hits. How many number one hits did they have? So they had 12 number one hits, 17 number one hits. ये गाने थे जो पॉपुलर हुए. ओके, नंबर वन गाने. ओके, नंबर 10 बेटा. When did the 20th century end? Can you see the तिकड़ी दिखी? हमेशा तिकड़ी दिखती है जब वो 3 वर्ड्स दिखेंगे. Did, subject, V1, और दुकड़ी बना देंगे. हाँ, आंसर करते हैं. The 20th century ended okay. There was a time in the past when people got married for the gratification of their sexual urges. Okay. Mainly, I mean, until 50 years ago, that was the main reason, honestly. A man has grown up, he has sexual urges, and we have to find a nice way to gratify his sexual urges. So find him a wife. A woman also has those, because we human beings are that kind of creatures, that's how we have been created. Okay. So the thing is, that was the main purpose. And that's why marriages were earlier as well. Marriages were earlier at a younger age. Because when you are 15, 16, biologically you are ready. Biologically, not emotionally, mentally. That thing depends. Okay. A child has been given a lot of responsibility. Okay, from age 2 or 3 or 4. Then that child will become a lot more mature by the time he is 10. But a child who is taken care of for everything he needs, all his needs are fulfilled, and he is taken care of like a good doll, like a toy, then even when he becomes 14 or 15, he will feel like a boy, he will feel like a child. So emotional maturity, mental maturity, these things depend. These things depend on the kind of life you have lived. A boy who has lived with very poor parents, in the street, at age 10 is more mature than a guy who has lived in a very rich family and hasn't seen much of the world, except for going on holidays, right? That 10-year-old boy, this 10-year-old boy will not have the same maturity, So biologically you're ready when you're 15, 16, and that is why in the past people got married early. When they were 15, 16, they got married. 15, 16, they got married because they were biologically totally ready. No problems with that. But today, people have realized the main purpose of marriage is not to gratify your sexual urges. It is not. A lot of people have realized it. Whether you agree with it or not, your parents condone your misbehavior. If they find out that you are doing something silly, with somebody, they're not going to cut you into pieces. Maybe they're going to be angry with you, right? But they will not cut you into pieces because they are ready to condone it today. People's mind is changing. They call it a mistake now. Okay, they don't call it a sin anymore. Think about the difference. Look at your family members. I'm pretty sure you might have seen a story already somewhere among your relatives where somebody did not behave themselves, somebody did not follow the social norms and did something strange, weird, independent, too independent. So what happened? Was that person boycotted totally? No, we still forgive them as long as they kind of show that they want to change or something, right? What I'm trying to say that today people are getting married late in their lives. Why? Because they are not getting married for that one purpose. They want a person who can connect with them emotionally as well. Earlier, that didn't matter so much. Women did not expect that their husband would connect with them emotionally. Most women were happy, and this is very complicated and complex topic. A lot of women were happy as long as they became mother after getting married. They were happy being busy with their kids, raising the children. They didn't expect their husbands to come home and sit down and have a conversation with them. They didn't care about it. As long as their husband came home at night, they were with them, they were happy. So they didn't care about an emotional connection in the past. Today, you girls, I'm asking you, would you like a husband who comes to you only at night, has no conversation with you? No, you wouldn't like that. You would like a companion. So times are changing, people's expectations are changing. Today in marriage, you don't want a person who satisfies or gratifies your sexual urges only. You want a companion, a person who you can talk to like a friend. Even mostly girls want this now. They're very unhappy when they have an old fashioned man as their husband who doesn't like talking to his wife. They feel unhappy about it. I'm pretty sure all of you grown up girls will agree with me that you don't want a man who only looks at you as thing in bed. Okay, no, you want a husband who considers you important enough to discuss important decisions in his life, whether he's going to buy a house. You would like him to discuss where the house should be, and everything. I mean, so these things were not really important in the past. If you ask your dadi ma or your dadi ma's dadi ma or her mother, they will tell you that their husband didn't have much to do with them. Women had their own company. All the ladies, they would do the housework together, they would talk to each other, they would take care of the children. The men would spend their time with each other, smoking, playing cards, working, relaxing, playing sports, dancing, music. They would not interact with women during the daytime, only at night. It was considered a taboo to sit with your wife in the past. You were not allowed to even do that. Socially, it was a wrong thing. Today your papa comes home and talks to your mom, sits down and has a little chat conversation. That was not something very common in the past. Even in today, in some villages, you will not see men talking to their wives in the daytime, spending one-on-one time. You wouldn't expect, like it. Those people wouldn't like it, I mean to say. So ये सब बातें मैं ये बोलता हूँ कि क्या आप ऑब्जर्व करते, रोज मैं बोलता हूँ आपको कि आपकी आंखें खुली हैं, कि आप चीजों को देख रहे हो, या बस जैसे वो पानी के बहाव में लकड़ियां बहती चलती हैं वैसे बहते चल रहे हो जिधर पानी ले जा रहा है? क्या आपकी खुद की डिसीजन है कि आप किधर बह के जाना चाहें? तो ये सब चीजें ऑब्जर्व करने से आपके नजरें खुलेंगे, आपकी सोच बनेगी। इससे आप एक कंट्रोल में आएंगे अपने लाइफ के कि अच्छा मुझे पता चल रहा है कि मैं कैसा हूं, मुझे क्या चाहिए, मेरे क्या नहीं। तो बाद में ओ ये हो गया, मैं क्या करूं, रोना धोना, that is all that you will have left if you don't think now. Men and women both, boys and girls, I'm talking to you both. It's not the problem of one side. Okay, please understand that. तो वो जो मैरिज वाली टॉपिक ने वाली थी ना, इट्स नॉट अबाउट द विंटर सीजन। ओके, जस्ट वांटेड टू टेल यू दैट, है ना, मजाक के लिए हम लोग करते हैं वो, लेकिन अगर विंटर सीजन के लिए शादी करा ना बेटा तो बड़ी मुश्किल में हो, फिर समर सीजन भी आता है, ठीक है ना, बड़ी मुश्किल में आ जाओगे फिर। 10 नंबर 10, when did the 20th century end? When did the 20th century end? मेरे पास दो रास्ते हैं, मेरा नेचर है, अगर कोई ऐसी कोई बात बोले, ठीक है, तो एक ऑप्शन होता है गुस्सा जाना, ठीक है, और एक ऑप्शन होता है कि मुझे लगता है आप लोग यंग हो, आप लोग थोड़े से रहते ही हैं क्योंकि आपके पास जानकारी नहीं होती ना, और थोड़ा माहौल भी वैसा समझते हैं, हम समझते हैं आपको, बिकॉज आई नो व्हेन आई वाज योर एज। मेरे मन के जज्बात क्या होते थे, I can understand that. Okay, तो that's the reason I don't get angry, but I try to tell you जो अब मैं जानता हूं, जो मैं उस समय नहीं जानता था. तो शायद मे भी मेरे बोलने से आप कुछ थोड़ा सा ले फायदा. एक बार तो अभी 45 में आओगे तो मेरी तो सोचोगे, आई एम श्योर अबाउट इट. लेकिन पहले ही थोड़ा सा जान जाए तो थोड़ा एडवांटेज हो जाता है. दैट्स व्हाई स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद पीपल हु हैव एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स वेरी. When did the 20th century end? Anybody? This is not a GK question. This is common sense question. Tell me, A or B? B is the right answer. Okay, when did the 20th century end? The 20th century ended at midnight on the 31st of December 2000. फिर शुरू हुआ 21st century. Okay, 2001, the 1st of January. That was the 21st century. Okay, 2000 was the last year of the 20th century. Shall we listen to the audio? Chalo, let's listen, guys.
Unit 7. Tape script 7.1. 20th century quiz. 1.
Henry Ford sold the first Model T in 1908.
2.
The first talking movie, The Jazz Singer, was in 1927.
3.
Einstein published his theory of relativity about 100 years ago.
4.
The Russian Revolution was in 1917.
5.
The first non-stop flight around the world was about 60 years ago.
6.
About 60 million people died in the Second World War.
My goodness.
7.
The Berlin Wall came down in 1989.
8.
Man first landed on the moon on July the 20th, 1969.
9.
The Beatles had 17 number one hits in the UK.
10.
The 20th century ended at midnight on the 31st of December 2000.
Okay. Now, what will I ask you to do? There is an audio file, guys. Another grandson conversation. 7.2. I am sharing it with you guys. Okay. I want you to listen to it. I want you to listen to this. 7.2. Because it's a Sunday, you know. So listen to the audio and just do exercise 1 and 2. Exercise 1 and 2. Yep. Exercise 1 and 2. That's it. Listen to the audio file as many times as you want. Lovely conversation. A grandfather is talking about his childhood. A lovely conversation always for grandchildren, talking to their grandfathers, grandmoms about their childhood. Yeah, a lot of people, when they become old, they kind of lose their ability to talk sensibly, you know, and that's why grandchildren don't enjoy talking to them. But if your grandparents still have their, you know, faculties intact and they can talk like this, like in this conversation, it would be amazing. So guys, it's nearly 5 o'clock. Do you want to listen to a song maybe? Okay, let's listen to a song. Past simple. Okay, let me play a song. A past simple. This song is called I Love You More. I Love You More. And it is also by the Beatles. I Love You More by the Beatles. Guys, the lyrics are in the group. Unnecessary text. Okay, never mind. The lyrics are in the group. It's a small song, short song. Okay, I'm gonna play it for you. Enjoy.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compared with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
This song just presents a very different attitude towards life and everything that you know and that you have been taught. हमारे यहाँ गाना है, ना कोई है ना कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा. झूठ. हाइपरबोले. खाली गाने में एग्जैजरेटेड. चांद तारे ले आऊं, ताजमहल बनवा दूं, तेरे मैं महल पवा दूंगा. ठीक है, सीरियस बात नहीं करनी है कि मेरे को सीरियसली लो. ठीक है, मजाक करना है. और यही सब देखते हुए बड़े होंगे तो इन दिमाग में क्या जाएगा. ये गाने में लिखा है कि भाई मेरी लाइफ में कई लोग आए, कई लोगों के साथ मैंने अच्छा वक्त बिताया, वो सब मेरे दिमाग में हैं और जब मैं उनके बारे में सोचता हूं तो अच्छा लगता है. लेकिन अब तुम आए हो, मुझे तुम ज्यादा प्यारे हो. जब तुम्हारे साथ होते हैं तो इन सब चीजों की कोई मीनिंग नहीं लगती है, पीछे वाली चीज. लेकिन ये सच है कि वो मेरे लिए मायने रखते हैं. अभी भी हम उनको भूले हैं नहीं और कभी भी नहीं भूलेंगे उनको. लेकिन तुम मेरे लिए ज्यादा मायने रखते हो. बोलो कितना प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच है. लेकिन नहीं, ये बातें नहीं करनी हम लोगों को, समझदारी वाली. हाँ, सही बोल रहे हैं. क्या कि गंवार हम लोग बड़े होते हैं ना, फिल्में देख करके वी बिकम गंवार. वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड ह्यूमन इमोशंस. चौथे पांचवें क्लास में यू स्टार्ट टू हैव क्रशेस. ठीक है, राइट. वहां से शुरू हो जाता है दौर, बोलो ना बोलो किसी को, राइट. दौर शुरू हो जाता है और 22 साल में शादी होती है. 12 साल का गैप है. 12 साल में कोई नहीं था, कोई नहीं है. झूठ, बकवास. चलो दोस्तों, कल मिलेंगे, परसों मिलेंगे, मंडे को. बाय बाय.